Greetings and welcome to my new calculus channel. So in the previous video, you were shown how to do arithmetic without numbers, and that was presented by Banana Man. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you transfer to algebra. In other words, do all these arithmetic operations, you perform all these arithmetic operations through algebra using the abstract unit. So let's suppose we have two ratios here. The one is 5/3 and the other one's a half. And of course, 5/3 and a half are the two ratios that we're going to use in a subtraction operation. So what happens first is we normalize the consequent, as you see over here. So in other words, that means doing this, right? And then this ratio, this final ratio here, blue to green, is the answer. And if you take 17 and you divide it by 15, 17.5 by 15, like that, your answer is 1.166. And we can check that, okay? So what we do is we take the difference. So we have 5/3 minus a half. That's 6. That's 10 minus 3. So it's 7 sixes, which is 1.166, okay? So that's how one does transfers through to algebra, by measuring the final ratio and converting it into a number, into a fraction. So now if we have to look at addition, the same thing happens. All that you do is you make the consequence the same, right? And you add these two and divide by the one down here. So what you don't see here is that each of these blocks is 5 long. So this length here is 15. And what you'd have to say here now is that 25 plus 7.5, like that, divided by 15. Okay, and that gives you 2.166. And that makes sense, doesn't it? Because if you add these two together, you're going to get 13/6, and that's 2.166. So it's not hard to see how to transfer arithmetic through to algebra. What you essentially have to do is measure the final ratio. Okay, so you measure how many are along this line and how many are along this line, and that's your final answer. It's as simple as that. So remember now, in geometry, you measure with a physical unit and or parts of the physical unit. And in algebra, you measure with the abstract unit and or equal parts of the abstract unit, okay? That's the biggest difference. And of course, in algebra, the abstract unit, its size and its type doesn't matter, okay? Because who says you need to be using line segments? You could be using anything else. You could be using masses, volumes. It doesn't really matter. So that's pretty much it. I hope you've finally understood now that you got arithmetic from geometry. All the operations of arithmetic come to you from geometry. If you're not already a subscriber, become one. Click like, follow me on my channel, tell your friends about this. If you become a members only for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to a lot more information that I don't share with the public. My name's John Gabriel. Till next time, goodbye.